Ah, you thought you could get rid of me, didn't you? No, I still live. I still live. Hello, my name is Daisy. Welcome to this interesting and thoughtful of different types of funny videos. And we like to tend to look at the news that just really points out the irony and how messed up the world truly is. And what better place to know all these than from one of our favorite websites, NewsFump. Hope you enjoy this fascinating one here that we have for you. So, a fourth heat wave of the year and a record wildfires. Absolutely nothing to worry about, insists a man with a head in rapidly warming bucket of sand. Yes, there is heat waves going on at the time of this recording, and as people slowly melt away with the sight of the sun dropping on their eyes. And yet, it has nothing to do with climate change. It's all perfectly normal. It's just perfectly normal temperatures. Nothing to see here. Okay, sure. So, Britain is basking in its fourth heatwave of the year, with temperatures once again climbing high enough to make train tracks resemble liquidors. And meanwhile, record wildfires which have already devoured an area of countryside twice the size of Glasgow, a comparison that has left many Glaswegians hastily checking their gardens. However, according to 53-year-old Simon Williams from Basingstoke, there is absolutely no cause for concern, mainly because he's had his head buried in a large bucket of sand. It's lovely and peaceful down here, Williams told reporters, lifting his head briefly for a sip of tepid lager and a Scotch egg before plunging it back under. Don't hear much about climate doom when you've got a good 6 inches of sand between you and reality. Yes. Who wants to see reality? Clearly not Scott here. Probably just summer being a bit over-enthusiastic, he said, sweat visibly soaking at the top of the buried neck. You know, like a dog that is excited to see you and then smothers you, and so you can't breathe. Experts, however, warn that burying one's head in the sand is unlikely to promote long-term protection against rising temperatures, especially as the sand itself is now hot enough to fry in a 3-egg range. When asked if the growing wildfires around the country concerned him, Williams replied, No, not really. If flames get too close, I'll just dig a bit deeper. Unless the sand catches fire, of course. But how likely is that? As the interview concluded, Williams submerged himself again, leaving only the muffled sound of his humid denial. By the evening, the sound was measured at 37 degrees Celsius, forcing Peter to emerge, blinking into the burning sunset. He squinted, considered the evidence before him, and then he asked for a bigger shovel. Yes, somehow, I think this poor man Simon here, I don't think things are going to turn out well for him with him and his warming bucket of sand. Maybe that's just me. That's just me with my opinion. But maybe some of you will fundamentally disagree here. But yes, surely just sticking your head in the sand resolves all your life problems. Yes, it's even rumored. Yes, this is actually, I've heard this story. Apparently, if you stick your head in a bucket of sand as well, it apparently makes all the thoughts of problems about immigrants go away as well. Have you tried doing that, reform supporters? Maybe you should try sticking your head in a bucket of sand and see how that does. Maybe that will make all the immigration go away for you. Well, I hope you found that story interesting, or a bit of a joke or a laugh. If you did, hit the like button, share this across social media, subscribe to this YouTuber, whoever runs this channel as well. Thank you very much for listening to me, Daisy, and I hope to catch you all very, very soon.